Hello there, and happy Thursday. My name's Cath, and welcome to the Learning Pro Live. Articulate storyline. Oh my goodness, how you've caused an absolute ruckus this week. Conversations about the new 360 image function, and should you use it, shouldn't you use it? Oh, I think it's awful. Oh, I think it's good. Well, do you know what? I think there's a place for using this kind of tool. So I thought I'd jump on and do a cheeky little tutorial. Now, I was having a chat yesterday with Devlin Peck, and he's going to do an awesome tutorial tomorrow, which you need to tune into. We were talking a little bit about it, and, I spoke to him about manipulating images, 360 images, and how you do it. And he said, oh, that's pretty cool. So I thought I'd just jump on and do a very cheeky live stream, let you guys jump on, ask questions, and, go through basically how you can add text to a 360 image, and also how you can add images, right? So if you wanted to start manipulating 360 images, what exactly would you do? Now, if you're tuning in, I know I've got a few people tuning in right now. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Are you excited about the 360 functionality, or are you a bit like, can't see myself using it? For those of you who know me, I run a disability company with my wife, and I feel quite strongly about the Google Street View and how great that is for people to be able to do walkthroughs through buildings, and certainly individuals who are in wheelchairs, for them to be able to go and suss out, can I get into this shop or business? How can I get around it? So, for our business, I did a Google 360, and I've got my camera. Where is it? Here. I've just got a Insta 360. It's just this little doodad. Do you know what? It never bloody works when I try and do this. And then the minute I do it with my hand. Anyway, so I've got a little Insta 360, and I think it's fantastic. I take it everywhere. And, I'm a Google certified 360 person. We've got Chris. Let's see. Chris. I'm here to learn about 360 tool. Don't have an opinion, good or bad. Yeah, look, I can't see myself using it in the majority of the courses that I create, but I do think it's got a bit of a time and place. And Sarah says, look, any tool, if used right, is a good addition. It's good to see you, Sarah. It's been ages since I've seen you. Absolutely, right? So I don't see me using it on an everyday, but I think if I was asked to kind of do an introduction of a business, if it's an induction or something like that, you could do some really cool stuff with it. So let me just flick over, and what I'm going to do is just quickly show you the tool, and I'm then going to jump into Photoshop, and I'm going to show you how you can actually edit 360 images. Because another thing, when you take pictures with this thing, right, it's actually pretty clean. Where is it? It's actually pretty clean. But when you use your phone, so you can actually take 360s with your phone, it can get a bit messy. You might need to do a bit of editing. How you going, Veronica? You having a good day? Is it warm in Texas? You see, Sarah and Chris are in New Zealand. Sarah's in Australia. So we've got we're on the flip side. We've got cold weather right now. So Valentina says, haven't tried 360 yet, not seeing its application in my current content, but always curious. So I completely agree with you, right? So we're all kind of saying that. But what's kind of cool is if you start thinking about how you can edit 360, and no one's really talking about that. It's hot. I know, God, I don't know how you do it. All right. Hiana says, what's the price point and brand for that camera? So, Insta360, I bought this in Hawaii. I think it's a few $100 actually. And it's really good to kind of have. I'll jump on and I'll see if I can price it when I jump on my screen. God, I've got a lot of questions coming in here. Doing well. Hope you are too. Send the cold weather my way. Well, I've just moved to a property in which we've got a pool, and I cannot wait to be able to get into the pool and just enjoy the sunny weather, even though, look, it's not too bad today. The weather never gets really all that cold. I'm from Manchester in the UK, so that is cold weather. Anyway, stop blethering. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Right, so this is a studio that we're building, so please pardon the mess. This is actually my house. I went out and took an image. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So what I've done here is let me just preview it. I've set up 2 scenes. I'm going to get told off by my wife, Janine. Am I being too noisy, Janine? Oh, she said no, the cat wanted to get out. All right, so this is what we're going to talk about. So I've got 2 scenes, 2 360 images, and I wanted to see, can I connect them, right? So here I've got front entrance, right? Now, let me know, do you want me to show you how to set up these points? I can do that as well. So you can set up ones that just have text. You can set up ones that have got media. And this one, I took the label away and I wanted to show how you could basically do like a walkthrough of a business. Right, so like I said, this is my studio. I just went and took a picture of it. Okay, so I'll do a quick run through. It seems like we've got a few people on here. Okay, so let me just show you the studio. Okay, so all I did for this is you can choose to put an icon or an accent. Sorry, an icon, a marker or a hotspot. Okay, so let's say you wanted to do a marker. You can literally just click on there. So I'm just going to go door. Oops, sorry. You know, you can put your body text here. Right. You can change the colors of the buttons. So you can make this red. Change the icon. You can turn the label on, off. I'm going to show you how I did the trigger to go to the other room. I'll do that in a minute. The difference between a marker and a hotspot is you could basically do a hotspot like that. Anyway, you get the gist of it. Right, so here, if you want to add media, you can add in audio, you can add in a video, you can even record if you want to, and record your own audio. So you got some cool options here. Dina says, hey lady, are you talking to Veronica? You're not talking to me. You're having a chat internally and you're not talking to me, Dina. I feel very sad. Oh, and here I was thinking you were saying something to me. All right, so you can see, quite robust, right? You can do different things. Now, same way with Articulate, you can add in layers, right? Here, you've got some customization over things like the corners, you know, if you want to make them sharp, if you want to round them. You can have a light theme. You can have a dark theme. You can also adjust the... I'm just going to get rid of that. You can adjust the actual first point that you want someone to land on when they come to the scene. So here I've got this set on the front door. And in the other one, I've got it set on the door. Hotspots, markers. What's this? Markers. Pulse. So you can turn on things like, you know, do you want there to be a pulse on there? Oops. Or not. Also, you can set it up so they have to do one thing before the next by using a guided tour. And if you use this show progress counter, let me show you what that does. I'm going to go to this scene. Right, so that's the show progress counter. If you want to show them, see, that's the pulse. All right, so let me just turn that off because I'm not too bothered about that. All right. So, I mean, that, you know, I kind of didn't want to be going through all this. What I wanted to show you was this is an image that I've added, right? And you probably saw up here. This is text that I've added to the image. And no one's really talking about, well, okay, you've got this function, whether people like it or not. I think it's okay. I think it's great. Bit long we waited for it, but you know, I'd love to know you got your opinion, guys. Let me know, because you know, this is a good opportunity for us to chat about it. But I'm going to jump into Photoshop and show you how I added text and how I added image, you know, an image to this. Okay, so just going to close this down. Let's just save what I did. Cool. Right, let's open Photoshop. Oh, I haven't got it open. Okay. Let me open Photoshop. And I'll show you basically how I edited that. Dina, where are you from? Where are you tuning in from? Okay, so I've got my 360 images. Look, it was fairly simple how to get it off this. There's an app. If you buy a camera like this, actually, we should look at the price of these while I've got you guys online. Insta 360 price. Right, so here's some examples of cameras. So I think so this is version 2. I had version 1. I've had it for a few years. So it looks like this is Australian dollars. You're looking at about 800 Australian dollars. The first time I wanted to... Chris, no, I did not design the wallpaper myself. It's pretty cool, though. I'm from originally from Manchester, and this just reminds me of home. Let's just bring Chrome back up. Yeah, so the first time I actually used the 360, I rented one from a local photo shop. So you could try doing that if you just want to have a little play or test. There's even services where you can rent camera equipment. So I think I just went to something like Ted's or something like that, or Camera House. So there should be loads wherever you live in the world that you could just rent a 360 camera, or you could just, you know, jump on. I think I used a Ricoh to do the 360 for coability. But yeah, it's pretty good. I've had it a few years, like it a lot. All right, going off topic now. So it's really easy for you to get it off. It's just like using any other kind of tool, you know, whether you were taking pictures on your iPhone and just taking them off. So let's just open up a 360 image. Now, here's my first one. So all I did, I just clicked open, and here you go. So 360 image. Now, if you tell me if my face is blocking, because I can move it around. This is a bit trippy, but I can kind of move things around. All right. So from here, you're going to go to 3D, and you're going to go to spherical panorama, and you're going to go new panorama layer from selected layers. And you've now got a 360 image, right? So first thing I've noticed is this, right? So this is the base of the camera. So I want to get rid of this. So I'm literally going to come over here. Just close that. And I want to just use this spot healing brush. And I'm just going to make it a wee bit bigger. A bit too big. Just want it to cover it. Ooh. That'll be fine. So that's it. It's gone. So if you've got things you need to adjust, you can do that. I think that's really neat. So I've got a few little things over here I could also do. Little blips on the floor. All right. So if you want to kind of move around, you've got little indicators over here. You just click on the orbit so you can move around, right? So you might find that the images aren't great as well on there, and you feel like you want to make some adjustments. So, you know, you can basically come here and play around a little bit with the hue and saturation. You know, I'm just going to leave this, but just to show you, you know, if you wanted to start playing around with levels of things, you can do that. All right. So just like any other image in Photoshop, you can manipulate it. You can make changes. So let's just, oops. Oh, I do this all the time. It's an absolute pain. Pulled the wrong thing. All right. So let's first of all, bear with me, guys. I went and messed this up. What have I done here? I didn't want to change the position of that. There you go. Right. Right. So first thing, let's just put some text on the wall. I know this isn't the prettiest, but it's a good little example, okay? Thank you very much. It is a lovely garden. Thanks, Chris. Let's just put the word kitchen here, right? So in Photoshop, you're just going to grab your text tool, and we're just going to write something. Let's just go kitchen, right? Now, I'm just going to make this a wee bit bigger, and I'm going to pop it here. Right. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't just sit on the wall. So if we pan this now, see how it's actually it's attached to the frame rather to the wall. So we're just going to take this back. Okay. Now, you can see here on the right hand side, that I messed around a little bit with the curves and the hue. I'm just going to delete those because we don't need them. This layer here is what I've just written, kitchen. Now for us to attach this to the spherical map, we're just going to merge this. So click on the layer kitchen, go here to layer and go merge down. Okay, now when we move it, it is attached to the wall, right? So it's like such a neat little function that you could literally do anything inside 360. You know, there's some great YouTube videos showing how to actually build your own environment in 360. So if you're a designer, there's actually a lot of stuff that you can do. Now, this is my blank wall. I want to pop a TV on here, right? And I know these are simple examples, guys, but just starts getting you to think a little bit about what you can do in 360 environments. All right, so let's just open up the TV, which I've got downloaded already. Okay, so let me just copy this, come back over here, and I'm just going to paste it in. And let me just resize it. That looks all right. And I'm going to pop it on the wall. Same thing goes. This thing is going to move around, right? So we're going to get our layer. We're going to go to layer. And we're going to merge down. And that is going to attach it now to our 360 image, right? So you can really start adding some cool enhancements, right? I know this is very basic, but like I said, I just wanted to do a very quick example for you guys. Yana says, this is too cool. I'm glad you like it. What do you reckon, Chris? You can see, you know, like I said, I haven't seen anyone talking about how to make enhancements, and I thought this would be useful. All right, so how do you get it out of this and into Articulate? Let me show you. So go here to 3D, spherical panorama, export panorama. I'm just going to save it on my computer. I'm going to save it here. Yes. So that's all we needed to do. Going to jump into Articulate. Ugh. There you go. Now, if you've already set up all your buttons and things, easiest way to do this now is right click on your image, replace 360 image, and pop this one in. All right. Now you can just see it actually looks the same as what it was before. I shouldn't have shown you the example with the text on. But basically, we're just going to go edit 360, and you can just place your button wherever you want. You know, if you want it here. You know, I did this very similar to the last one, so you can't really see much of a difference. But I love this. I love that you can create, you know, if you're a great designer, you can create a full 360 world. And I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about. Let me jump onto YouTube. So there's all these different environments that are just, oh, they're mind-blowing. So this is obviously a exhibition, a Salvatore, a Dali exhibition, right? So this has all been done This is obviously a video. You know, if you think about it, someone comes to you like a, you know, it could be a museum saying, I'd like for you to build some micro interactions for us. You can absolutely use a tool. I think it's pretty clean what Articulate have built. You can absolutely use a tool to house a 360 environment. There was also a guy who showed how to design 360 environments. And he created, now, where is it? Wasn't this chap? I'll find it. He basically created a, he created like a grid system that you could build your own. Was it this guy? No, that's Jazza. All right. How to design 360 images. I'll find it. Oh, there's my video. I'll find it. I'll find the video and I'll put it in the comments below. Now, jumping back to Articulate before I wrap this up, have you guys got any questions that you want me to answer about 360? I can show you more if you want, or are you pretty good? I just say to you guys, jump into Articulate, have a little play. It's just good to know the functionality that we have at our fingertips if a client does request something like this. Like I said, I like these. I like walkthrough of buildings. Sometimes, like I said, and I've done no treatment to this image. It looks a bit naff, but it was just to give you an idea. Once you actually do some treatment in Photoshop, you can have things look absolutely brilliant. And if you think about the treatment that you can do in Photoshop, you could add, you know, all different kinds of textures, make something look old-fashioned. You could put different treatments on, like a half tone, etc. Make something look really, really cool. So yeah, have a little play. If you've got any questions or comments, please drop them in the comments below. I'll try and get back to you. And if you get a chance, jump onto Devlin's session. I think he's doing an escape room. That's going to be pretty fun. So yeah, jump on that and see how you go. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was useful. And yeah, I'll see you very soon. Cheers.